except I didn't put my thing on. Hold on a minute. I forgot to put my Zoom on. Heck. If you hear me, I am putting the Zoom on. I had a problem with Streamlabs, so I had to reinstall everything. So the Zoom will be on in a second. Okay, hang on. That was the issue last night, and put the video on. You can't start the video. Why are you not starting the video? Okay, hang on. So, fail to start. Please select. Okay, hang on. Open Zoom again. And meeting. You can hear me though, right? Yeah, it's just, it's stupid Streamlabs was the problem. Just hang on. I'm just gonna have to start Zoom again now. Now Zoom wants to be a problem. Oh my gosh, don't even tell me this. You want me to stop Streamlabs? Cannot, please select another. Okay, hang on. Let me get out of this. Get out in the meeting. Mercury's in retrograde, I guess. Let me just go to my settings here. Try to open the camera and close the camera. Advanced. Get out of here. Okay. I hope I don't have to close Streamlabs. Let me just see if I can get rid of all these Zooms and try to open Zoom again. It doesn't want to open the camera. Okay. I think the only way that it's going to let me do this, and I hate to do this again, is if I close Streamlabs, I think. Let me see something. It may be that I have to close Streamlabs. I wonder if I just close it but don't end the stream, if it'll come right back up to the same stream like the last time. Okay, I'm going to try to do that. If that doesn't work, it'll be a new stream. Sorry, but otherwise then, let me just see. Just going to try to close it without ending the stream and then come right back. Are you sure you want to exit while live? Yes, I am. Are we in the same one again? Are you guys still here? Can you see me now? Can you hear me? Very hot here in Texas. You see me? Are you in the same chat? So it did come back to the same thing? Okay, good. All right, so let's see who's here. Hi, Florence. Hi, Lisa the Greatest. Hi, Debbie Doo. Joe Glover, Whisper to Me. Hi, Jay Oss. Hi, Kathy, Mandy Hall, Dana, hi. Chris Spencer, hi. Hey, Chris Spencer. Chris Spencer. Chris Spencer. Chris Spencer, are you our serial killer, Chris? Or is that Chris Stark? I'm lost here. I can't remember which Chris it was. Casbot, hello. Mystery Truth Seeker, hello. Scarlet Rain, Bella Mac, Deborah, hi. Veronica Hart, hi. Miss Mary, Linda, Carla, Sharon, hi. Wildlife, J Bell, Sergio, Sage Tree, hi. Julie, Chris Flannerbergs, Jenny Jo, Sonia, how you feeling, Sonia? CYNT. Miss Coeli, hi Miss Coeli. Kathy, you've been watching the Rosenblum channel. I'm very unimpressed by the defense attorney. Yep, Kathy, that's true. Sandy L, Rhonda, good evening from Phoenix. Hot as heck here, and no rain for months. Oh boy. Okay, Lonnie Gore, hello. Leo Wife, Sharon, Starlight True Crimes, Mandy Hall, hi. Let's see who else we have. Jessica, hello. Lisa H, Hennessy. I get Brenda, hello. Who else do we have here? Sharon, Carol, hello. Sakura Girl, hi. Mommy for the win. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. And let's see. Kimberly, hello. Oh my gosh. Sabrina, Maria, Winter Now, Sassy Darcy, Chris Spencer. Are you ready to talk about your grandfather? Laura Stewart, hello. Sea Glass and Shells, hi. I see you. You see me. Hello. Casbot, that was the weirdest thing. I could not update it. It would not let me update Streamlabs. I thought I was going to just have to uninstall everything. Jennifer Tonks, you go girl. Who else am I missing? I know I missed a bunch of people there. No reason. Okay, Andrea, Principessa, hello. Let's see, did I get everyone so far? Okay, if I missed you, I see you too. I just didn't see you right there. Anyway, so Chris, did Chris answer me? Are you ready to talk about your grandfather? Hey, Save Robbie. You liked your new lake video with your aunt and relatives. I love the turtle. Yeah, the turtle let me at just like 7 minutes of the turtle. And there's another one I have that I didn't get up that there's 2 of the painted turtles on, but not as you know, it's very brief. This one is like a long time with this one turtle. Haven't forgotten about the great-grandfather, but right now I'm spending time with my mom. Oh no, sorry to hear that. Your daughter's having surgery tomorrow. Well, good luck with that. I hope everything goes well. And yes, spend time with your mom. Let me know when you're ready. How did Jimmy make that video in the water so cool? What do you mean, the one where he jumped in? Did you think that was cool? He just jumped in with the GoPro. Teresa, hi. Okay, so if we don't have that, I have a funny, not a funny story. It's a funny story in a way, but it's not a funny story. Okay, very, very good friend. It's not her name now, but her name was, when she was married, was Heather Sims. Okay, and she's somebody I actually trained, right? But we became very good friends. And one night, it's crazy because she was divorced, right? And she couldn't stand her ex-husband. She has 4 girls, but one night I came across, I was looking for something for her name. Now, you have to understand, she is from New York, okay? She moved to South Carolina when, after a while, I mean, she was like, oh my gosh, born and raised in New York, moved to South Carolina probably when she was like 38 years old, okay? And she was staying, it was a very impromptu move. She was staying with her uncle, and then she ended up moving to Alabama, and now she's in Florida. Well, one night I was looking up something for her, and I looked at her name, and you would not believe I found that a woman named Heather Sims in South Carolina killed her husband, which was the same name as her ex-husband. Okay, it freaked me out a little bit. And if you would know my friend like this, like, she once freaked out because she thought she saw a picture on Facebook that was the back of her, don't even ask me, that this is crazy, that was the back of her head. Like, it was somebody in a beauty salon that had just gotten their hair cut, and she was convinced it was her, and she was convinced someone else on Facebook was her, that had a name like Heather something and did the same kind of work that we did. It was really weird. It was freaky. I see how she was freaked out, but when I saw this, like, I got freaked out because at the time I couldn't remember what her ex-husband's name was, right? So then she goes, no, that's his name. I said, oh my gosh, Heather, you're kidding me, right? You have an echo gone. Okay. So, but guess what? I was going to tell you the story about it because it's just an interesting story. But then when I went to get the information, there's another twist to the story. Okay? So this is really weird. And maybe this is why I saw this like a few years ago, because it was 2015. All right? Sound is good. There was an echo a few seconds ago. Okay. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you the twist in this story. I don't know if you've ever heard about this story of Heather Sims in South Carolina who killed her husband. Okay. Let me get where's my thing that I just put up here? Okay. Now, okay, let me give you the story first, okay? I don't want to give you the twist yet. Hold on a second. Okay. She was found guilty of killing her husband, okay? I want to give you the breakdown of this in 2015. Why am I not getting my timeline here? Hang on a minute. It's really interesting when I tell you what is the new twist. Okay. See if I can get my timeline before I just go into the... Okay, I'm not going to find it. All right, so let's go here. Let me show you a picture. This is when she was found, you know, in the trial this is when she was on trial in 2015 when she was found guilty, right? Then I'm going to show you the picture. Okay, and so Cowgirl can see if she's here. After nearly 4 hours of deliberation, a jury found Heather Sims guilty of killing her husband at their home near Conway 2 years ago. Judge Cordell Maddox sentenced Sims to 25 years in prison, suspended to 10 years and 5 years probation. She must serve 85%, Luke, of her sentence before becoming eligible for parole. Defense attorney Morgan Martin said he is considering an appeal. Responding to 911, okay, here it is. August 11, 2013, police said found David Sims in the bathroom of the couple's homes. He had been shot by his wife during an argument. She had cuts on her body. An expert witness for the state testified the wounds were self-inflicted. That's right. She had, if I remember correctly, has wounds to her leg. Okay, guys, come on, stop that. Come on, Luke, please. Don't let me tell this story, okay? Jimmy, is Daddy in there? Where did Daddy go? Don't you guys have to go watch a movie with Daddy? No. Now, let me just finish this, okay? Then you can come and talk. Let me just finish this because then it gets everybody mixed up. Now, including me, because now I don't even know where I am now. Sims testified she shot her husband because she feared for her life. Shortly after receiving the charge from Judge Maddox, the jury asked to review the 911 tapes and security footage from outside of the Sims home. Luke, will you stop?
Not doing anything.
I know, but it's just annoying right now. Okay. Around 5 p.m., they asked the judge to read the charge again. The jury had the option of finding Sims guilty of murder, voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, or innocent. The verdict of voluntary manslaughter, which applies when the killing comes without forethought and malice, could have carried a 30-year sentence. In closing arguments, I should clean my glasses, right? Which lasted until almost 1 p.m., defense attorney Morgan Martin said the state presented no real evidence in the case. Instead of the state bringing evidence, they brought questions. I had to answer, he said. As long as you can stand before a jury and spin a fairy tale, you can say what you want, but it needs to be proven. They want to say Heather manipulated the scene. I'm saying they manipulated the facts. They have been after her at times. I believe this bordered on a persecution rather than a prosecution. Martin said the state's assertion that Sims killed her husband for insurance money is wrong because she didn't need it. They said she murdered him in cold blood for no other reason but insurance money. Martin said Dr. Werner Spitz was mistaken when he testified that Mrs. Sims' wounds were self-inflicted. He said Spitz's testimony was not credible. He's an older guy. There might have been a time he knew what he was talking about, but that's past, Martin said. Martin said Mrs. Sims has always been very consistent about what happened that night her husband died. Heather's statements to police are totally consistent with what police found when they got there, he said. They tried to crucify Heather for where the knife was. It was consistent with what this young lady said happened. Whose DNA was on the knife handle? David's. Whose was not? Heather's. You don't have to look much further than the knife handle to find her not guilty. Prosecutor Nancy Livesay, meanwhile, argued that Sims manipulated this scene to cover up a murder. She said that after Heather shot David, she placed the knife in his hand and went through his pockets to get his cell phone. She's covering up an awful, horrific murder, Livesay said. It is when you go to the scene, you see the murder and the premeditation. The woman is down there going through his pockets and putting a knife in his hand. He was shot right through the heart and lung, and immediately fell to his knees. He's sitting there with the blood dripping from the back of his jeans. There's no way in hell that knife stayed in his hands. Livesay said Dr. Warner, a world-renowned forensic pathologist, she said he knows what he's talking about. Livesay said Werner was right when he said Mrs. Sims' wounds were of her own making. It's a hesitation mark every day of the week, Livesay said. She cut herself that first time, but it wasn't deep enough, so she cut herself again to make it bleed a little more. And every single one of these wounds was superficial. They sent this woman home without so much as a Band-Aid. Livesay said it's evidence Sims did not stab his wife. The man would have to be a surgeon to make such perfect cuts, and that would have to be standing still, she said. Livesay accused Sims of aggravating her husband about taking out life insurance. The policy went into effect July 23rd. The man didn't make it 3 weeks after that policy went into effect. Okay, so she was found guilty, right? But now, the kicker is, that was the end of the case, I thought, okay? And they had kids and stuff, and if you find the original thing, which I can't even find anymore, but here's the twist. Appeals court overturns Conway woman's conviction for voluntary manslaughter. The South Carolina Court of Appeals has overturned the conviction of a Conway woman who shot and killed her husband in their home on Old Reeves Ferry Road in 2013. Heather Causey Sims, 37, was convicted of voluntary manslaughter and sentenced to 25 years in prison in 2015. The sentence was suspended to 10 years and 5 years probation, but the appeals court Judge J. Cordell Maddox Jr. erred when he allowed the jury to consider a charge of voluntary manslaughter along with the charges of murder, self-defense, and involuntary manslaughter. At the time of the trial, defense attorneys argued more than once that neither voluntary nor involuntary manslaughter should be charged. But Maddox responded that in his mind it was appropriate. The court's ruling says that it's possible that the judge thought it was finding a lesser charge than murder, but more serious one than involuntary. The justices pointed out that the jury marked not guilty on its verdict form for murder and involuntary manslaughter, so I'm sorry, I have to clean my glasses are like ridiculous. So they decided that she cannot be tried again. I can read better with them, I think, or without them, I don't know, on either of those charges because that would constitute the country's law against double jeopardy or being tried twice for the same crime. However, Wednesday's ruling does not mean that Sims will be released from prison immediately or even if before her sentence is served out because there is a process that must be followed before her case is final. She has been incarcerated since November 25th, 2015, and is now at Graham Correctional Center in Columbia. The state's inmate search lists her as projected release date as May 14th, 2024, without the possibility of an earlier parole. That, of course, was before Wednesday morning's ruling. The nurse anesthetist has been working in prison as a teacher's aide and has no recorded disciplinary actions. We're happy with the Court of Appeals ruling, defense attorney Morgan Martin said. It vindicates her, and we look forward to the completion of the process. About midday, he had already spoken with Sims' father, Ronnie Causey. They're elated, he said. He obviously is elated and hopeful that the ruling will stand. I think we were right, and I'm just happy for Heather and the family that the court reached the conclusion that it did. In its opinion, the voluntary manslaughter was not the right charge for Heather Sims. The court found that the defendant's actions did not show any signs of acting in the heat of passion. The sudden heat of passion need not dethrone reasons entirely or shut out knowledge and volition, but it must be such as would naturally disturb the sway of the reason and render the mind of an ordinary person incapable of cool reflection and produce what may be called an uncontrollable impulse to do violence, the court opinion states, quoting a previous South Carolina Supreme Court ruling. Martin said he argued against the charges of manslaughter and involuntary manslaughter, fearing that the jury would select one of them as a compromise verdict. The evidence presented at the trial did not support a charge for conviction of voluntary manslaughter, because any evidence of the crime would have been for murder, and as the Court of Appeals said, in that opinion, there was no manslaughter evidence. We felt like it was just a strategic decision, Martin said. We'd rather have a murder or nothing. Conway attorney said there has to be finality to the case, and that won't come today or tomorrow, so Sims will remain in prison for the time being. According to the court opinion, the state argued that Sims planned to kill her husband, David, to get the $750,000 life insurance policy, and she encouraged him to buy. She testified that she shot him on August 11th, 2013, in their bathroom, where he had come with several tools to work on the toilet, and she was preparing to bathe. She said he charged at her with a knife. They struggled, and she shot him as she began to back out of the bathroom. Testimony showed that she had 3 cuts. He was shot once in the chest. As soon as she shot him, she testified that she began administering CPR, but by the time medical workers arrived, he was dead. The 15th Circuit Solicitor Jimmy Richardson said his office will talk with the State Attorney General's office to find out if there are any issues to appeal to the South Carolina Supreme Court. All of that will be within their hands at this point, he said. A representative of the South Carolina Attorney General's office said, since the ruling was just filed today, we're going to go over it, discussing our next steps. So I can't say right now what our plans are. We should have a better idea Friday after our appellate review committee meets. Before prosecutors can ask the Supreme Court to take the case, they must first ask the Court of Appeals to rehear the case. That request must come within 15 days. If the request to rehear is denied, a new deadline is triggered for the Supreme Court to take the case, which the higher court does not have to do. If the Supreme Court agrees to hear the case, it can take another 6 to 8 months before there's an answer. But experts say the vast majority of requests to move the case to the Supreme Court are rejected. Carolina Forest Chronicle, okay, yeah, they contributed to that story. So this was February 27th, and let me just see if there's any of this year, 2019. And let me just see if I just thought it was weird because I don't know what made me think about this case, and then there was a turn of events in it. So oh, here we go. Here we've got something from now May 16th.
We think it's time for you to see things differently. Let's soak up some rays and dive into discovery at Ripley's Aquarium.
Oh, thank you. A Conway woman who was found guilty. Okay, we've got that. So now what's going on with her? Let's see here. But in February, the South Carolina Court of Appeals overturned her conviction, right? Sims argued the circuit court erred in instructing the jury on voluntary manslaughter, and the Court of Appeals agreed. Robert Kittle with the South Carolina Attorney General's office said his office is appealing the fact that her conviction was overturned and will ask the Supreme Court to hear the appeal. Sims was expected to remain in prison until the Attorney General made a decision on the case, but her attorney, Morgan Martin, explained that process could take years. So he asked the Court of Appeals for bail in the meantime, since her conviction was overturned, and the request was granted on Tuesday, and she was given a $50,000 bond. Martin said that Sims was transferred from the Camille Griffin Center for Women in Columbia on Wednesday to the J. Reuben Long Detention Center, and she was booked at 2:18 p.m. and released less than 2 hours later at 4:03 p.m. So she's out. So she's out on the $50,000. Oh, so what was it? 50? Yeah, $50,000 bond. So was anybody in here at all familiar with that case? Because I just came upon that because it was an interesting case. That when I read about the case originally, it talked more about the crime scene, her kids. She was a nurse. I don't know if anybody's. Let me go back to the chat here. Oh, read your email, Chris? Okay, I will. I just want to see if anybody was familiar with this case at all. Hey, Simon DB, didn't you have a case to discuss? Oh, old woman, you're having surgery. Prayers for successful surgery. You can't stay long. Oh, I hope everything goes well for your knee replacement, old woman. You've never heard it? No, not at all. You haven't heard of it. Sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm going to try to find out some more information, but I was just, the list. I've got a hot mic tonight. Why? What's wrong with my mic? Is it echoing for you? Hold on a minute. Let me fix it. What's it doing, Robbie? Is it what? Well, Robbie says I have a hot mic. Okay. Okay. Robbie said it is, but Jimmy said it's not, so I don't know. Off and on. They said it's doing it off and on, Jimmy. I thought I turned. Let me see. Sounds fine. They're saying echo. You're going to listen? Jimmy's going to listen. He's not going to be convinced with any of you are saying, I don't know. Off and on. Let me try this one. Is it better now? Tell me, what? What'd you say, Jimmy? No, I'm going to do the different. Is it better now? I'm going to give you 4 choices. This is 1. No, Jimmy, I'm just going to give them 4 choices. Okay, and let me see. This is 2. You're not going to remember at all because it's going to be like at the eye doctor. This is 3. Hello? No. Leaving Lizard said no. This is 4. Is that any better? Now Jimmy says make sure it's plugged in all the way. Yes, it is plugged in all the way. You're saying it's 2 is better. 2 or 4? How is that? Is that better or worse? 2 is the best? That's 2. It's on 2 now. Okay, it's on 2 now. We're good. Hopefully. Move it this way. All right. Now I'm going to go look at the email. Okay. Oh boy, we've got lots of emails in here. Okay. Oh boy, let's see here. Hang on 1 second here. Okay. Video's playing. All right, let me get back to Random Guy. I'm not familiar with that app for that art, but I could take a look into it. I just have to, this is kind of important. Okay. Random guy Jeff, what are you talking about? You're not. I don't see that. I don't get what you're talking about with. You're able to come into the chat. Watch Darcy. Sassy Darcy, what is this a video of? Okay, hang on, Sassy, because I just don't want to open something that's, hang on. I don't see, Chris, I don't see your email in here. Didn't you say there was an email? I don't see it. Remember, it's .org. Hold on, let me get back to. So Chris, I don't see your email. Wildlife, you don't have sound? Hold on, I just want to text because they're saying they're having a problem coming in and I don't understand why they can't. Jessica, I think I just called you by mistake. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Can any of our mods tell me if Random Guy was here? Because he's saying he can't get in the chat now. And I don't know if he's in the wrong video or what. Did anybody see Random Guy here before? Okay, Random Guy's back in the chat now? He was having trouble. Okay, just let me tell. 1 second, guys. Okay, hang on 1 second. Just check one thing here. Okay, sorry about this. Is like a night for technical issues, I guess. I don't understand. I'm on mute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Chris, I have no email from you at all. Okay, so now I'm not on mute anymore, right? Okay. So Rob, Jeff, you should be in the chat now. You should be able to get in the chat. I don't know what is going on. And what the heck is this now? Chris, I have no email from you. And let's see. Who else now needs my help? And I keep calling you Rob. Jeff, I will check out that app. And I don't know why Jeff thought he was blocked. I don't get it. But onward and upward. So Chris, where's Simon? And let's see. Let me get back to the chat. I'm not going to worry about emails anymore because you guys are telling me there's emails there and there's no emails there. So is Random Guy in or not? I thought Jessica said he was there. Is he not? Yes. Hi, Amy's Justice League. Hi, KS Sunflower. Hi, Maddie Jean. Hey there, Claire. Hi, Tinky. Hi, Backdoor. Who else did we get here? Came in Joanne Dallas. I got you right. Robin, Buzzkill, hello. Okay, so I don't know. Jeff, I have no idea. If you're not in. Hi, Maui Chickadee. Good morning, Marie. Okay. So I have a mammogram in the morning and an ultrasound in the morning. So I'm not going to stay on very much longer, but does anybody want to call in with it? Chris, if you have any, I don't know why you're saying the email, but you said you're not ready. So you think Random Guy Jeff left? Okay, because he's been emailing me and messaging me, so I have no idea what's going on. I'll have to call him later. Wildlife, honey. He was here, he chatted, and he left. Okay. I don't know why he thought, maybe somebody else thought they got blocked too, so I don't know whether it's something like a YouTube glitch or whatever, but thank you, Teresa. Tell him to shut down this device and come back on. I bet what happened to me happened. What happened to you, Wildlife? You've got the echo again. I have no idea. Go rest up and all the best on your test. Thank you, Vactor. I will. I'm going to get off here in a few minutes. You're turning them off and turning them back on, Sandy. It worked for you? Thank you, Bella Mac. You're just about caught up on the Rosenbaum trial, and you can't stand the defense attorney. I don't think anybody can, KS Sunflower, not at all. Not at all. You have no echo there, Evie? Thank you, Evie. Thank you, Joanne. So, thank you for the like. It was, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. That's my aunt. She's 94 years old. And she's like, shh. I'm like, you should own that like a boss. And she only went up with a swim noodle the second time. The first time she would not take a swim noodle. I'm like, why not take a swim? I can do it. She didn't take any help going in the water, down those steps, up the steps. She still drives. She drove back to her other house all by herself. That's why I left a little of her conversation in there because, she's 94. And I just thought it was nice to have a little of her conversation about the cameras and stuff. But it's routine. So, yeah, I just hope everything is good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. The so-called defense attorney is a complete and total jerk. Very stubborn. Yeah, well, she goes to yoga classes and she goes traveling. She does everything. Is Jimmy taking me? No, it's just a routine. I'm going to go, and I'm probably going to go, Mama Ames, if you hear me, to the Dollar Tree, which I may tape with the Shop With Me to see if those two have the nautical rope. You'll resend. Make sure it's .org, not .com, .org. They scare us with the follow-up. Oh, it's not a follow-up, Hennessy. It's not. It's the regular one. I always get an ultrasound with the mammo because I have dense breasts, so they do both. But it's a regular, it's just your regular yearly thingy. Did she say, Arthur? Yes, my uncle passed away at almost 93. He's the one, remember I told you that my sister and I went to the wrong cemetery. Remember I told you that story? And my uncle was always a joker, and we said he had the last laugh. Hey, Bella, have fun at work today. They are, you go girl. Yes, they are. Yes, Evie, don't we all wish people would stop murdering people? She said she has a lot of his old cameras. That's why we told her go on eBay or something and see if they're worth anything. And then, oh, it was Burns, really? Do you think it was one of the two people that we were talking about last night? If they only give me the last word. Does your black, it's not my black cat, it's my cousin's black cat, and the cat likes the water. I mean, do you know many cats that sit on the edge of a kayak, and go out on the lake? It's a third? What's a third? People just need to behave? They certainly do, don't they? But could be a maybe not related, but could be a serial killer. Fufu, the black cat, right, likes the water. You start your training for the interior design job tomorrow. Excellent, Jeannie, excellent. You couldn't believe your eyes that the cat wasn't screeching. I know, right? I know. Looks like we just got a new subscriber. We're almost almost at 19,000. They just don't like being in the water that much. Your Angewers swim, Sakura? Do they like to swim? Or do you make them swim? Don't miss any mammograms. Mine were always fine until I turned up with malignant breast cancer. Had surgery, radiation, and on. Oh, it messed up your bones, but you have to. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that they caught it for you, Linda. You can end with my funny. Okay, Sassy, that's what I wanted to know. So tell me now. It doesn't have any music in it, right? And it's your video, right, Sassy? And Chris sent me. Party soon, Leaping Lizard, you bet. All right, let me go and see. Sassy Darcy's email. And Chris, I'll check your email too. Okay. Let's see, I'm still trying to find your. It doesn't look like I have it, Chris. No, I do not have it, Chris. I think we're running into the same thing that we had last time. I just refreshed, don't have it. But I do have Sassy's video. So let me I'm just going to put this on mute for a minute just so I hear Sassy's video to make sure we don't have any issues.
Fellow ramblers, Sassy Darcy 1, sending some love from Minnesota tonight. Carolyn, fellow ramblers, Sassy.
Okay, we are all good. So let me play this video.
Sassy Darcy 1, sending some love from Minnesota tonight. Carolyn, do you remember in chat or in one of your lives, one night you were talking about your bike and your basket?
Right.
Wondering what people thought of it. You kind of felt goofy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I get to join the Goofy Club with you.
Oh, did you get a goofy basket?
This is my bike.
Oh, you have a cruiser bike, right?
I love my bike. And as you can see, I've got a basket also.
Yeah, but it's not like a little girl one.
Doesn't have any LED lights.
I have the little little girl one.
I have 4 lights on my handlebars. Because the cops like to mess with people in my town.
Oh, really?
And of course, you also have to have your backlight. And I don't keep my water in my basket.
You keep it right there.
I keep my water in this cup holder that actually came with the bike.
But I have a huge. You should see what I bring for water.
And what I like about it is it keeps your water cold for days. And also with one push of the button, one-handed, I can flip it open.
Right.
Of course, I also have a clock on mine.
Do you have a phone holder?
So I know how much time I'm biking. And of course, you have to have your dinger bell. The old men and the young kids like that.
Right.
And in my basket, I have a place for my cigarettes.
Oh, dear.
Yes, I smoke. And a place for my phone.
Okay. Well, I listen to music on mine, so I have it on my handlebars. I have a holder.
Close it. And that's so it doesn't bounce all over if I hit a bump. And what I do is put my music on and use my Bluetooth. And I have this little speaker.
Oh, little owl.
Isn't he cute?
He's very cute, little
An
owl. Oh, he's so cute.
And then I turn him on. And I listen to music when I'm biking.
Excellent.
I
You
also
need
have a
music.
flashlight.
That's good.
See, Jimmy?
Jimmy,
Never
yeah.
have too many of these.
Never.
And this is in case I get caught in the rain. I could just cover everything up until I get home.
You're always prepared, like a Boy Scout.
But here's the really dorky part, but the fun part.
What happened? We went in the dark? Is there a surprise? Oh, the lights. Yeah, my daughter has a special bike ride they do. They all have the lights like that. I have some too. Aren't they cool? Does your change? Do they change colors?
Cool?
Yeah, it is. There's a special ride. It's is it City Lights? Oh, you will call in, Chris, but I didn't get an email, so you need to email me.
I love riding at night when it's cooler out. Oops.
Ooh, be careful. Don't fall down.
So now you don't have to feel alone in the Dork Club, Carolyn. See everybody Sunday night.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a great one. Thank you. That was nice. Thanks so much for sending that in, Sassy. I don't have to feel like a dork alone. Good. But I will show you my bike basket, and yeah. It's not as mainstream as yours, okay? It's definitely a little out there. So, Chris, now I'm going to check again to see if I have an email from you, okay? Let me see here. We shall check. And why is my mouse not working? Somebody said Mercury's in retrograde, and that really messes with technology from what I hear, and I am thinking that's what's going on, because now my mouse wants to give me a problem. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. Now, where am I? Where's my... Oh, that's what happens. So, unfortunately, when I open a video and I take it out, I've got to... Okay, hang on a minute, Jimmy. I've got to get this, okay? Okay. Let me get this. All right. Chris, I still have no email from you. Can one of our sweet, lovely mods who are so wonderful and so good put up my email? I'm sure you probably have, to see if Chris has it wrong. Chris, can you just copy and paste, and we'll give you another chance and see if that works for you? You see, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing. Chris? Let me go back to the chat and see if you're getting the email. This happened to Chris the other night, though. It did. Again, Chris, if you just go maybe to your old mail, do you keep your old mail where you emailed me? And then go ahead and just reply to that. Hey, Ann, I haven't seen you in a long time. What's a shame, Ann? Shame and thanks? That doesn't sound like it goes well. Shame and thanks. The other night, you saw a biker with his entire bike outlined in lights. That sounds nice. Safe too, right? You have a wicker basket on your cruiser. You have a hot rod style mirrors. Well, I wanted to get streamers, but Jimmy said that would be a little bit crazy. My daughter said, you do what you want. Shame that Chris can't get through to you. Maybe. I don't know. Let me check. When my daughter was 11 years old, she would come home and jump on the computer for homework. I said I had to go to the library for information. She said, you mean you had to read a book? Lisa H. She asked about the death penalty for the Rosenbaums. Oh, gotcha. Thank you, Kaya. Sunflower. You do what you want, Mommy. Thank you, Pitbull Sleuth. Your daughter rides a motorbike. Whose daughter rides a motorbike? My daughter rides a bike. If you're talking to me, random guy Jeff, she rides a bike. She's a cyclist in the city. She doesn't have a car. She rides a bike. She actually has two bikes. She has a Brompton, which is an English bike, correct? My UKers, the Brompton. It's a pretty pricey English bike that folds up. And then she has a pretty pricey, what is she? A road bike. And I don't remember what brand it is. But again, she doesn't have a car. And then she also uses a city bike. There you are, random guy Jeff. How come you thought you were blocked? I don't understand that. You'll have to tell me later. I have no idea. You have a teddy on the back of your motorbike, your lookout. That sounds cute. Lacey, everything and anything. We were rambling about a case of Heather Sims who murdered her husband, and then it was overturned. In an appeal, her sentence, she's out on $50,000 bail now. She sounds like she's a New Yorker. Yeah, she does sound like she's in New York. No, she doesn't talk like that. She does not speak like that. I'm joking. Not unless she's trying to be funny. Everybody loves Jeff. There was a movie about that, right? Everybody loves something. I don't know. Hey, Diana. You already talked about the female serial killer being transferred in the UK because another was coming into custody, and did I already talk about her? No. Do you want to talk about her? I don't know about her. Do you? I talked about Heather Sims. Your school superintendent was just killed on the motorcycle on vacation. Oh, how terrible. What state, Kimberly? I'm so sorry. Hey there, Diana. You asked the same thing as me, right, Teresa? Inquiring minds want to know what state it was. Yeah, Jeff, the people in the UK, Pitbulls in the UK, they don't even know what it is. Maybe you should tell us all, entertain us with that, your knowledge. Funny how sometimes you worry a lot about something and it turns out to be nothing. Isn't it funny, Jessica, isn't it? I think that's why they say much ado about nothing, right? Motorcycles are great on the back roads. People don't pay enough attention to ride on the highways. Mrs. Roger Rabbit, how true. Mommy, I was not sure if you were saying if Heather Sims was... No, she wasn't. It was just weird because I guess I when I saw the name, then I got into the case. I told her the next day. We were like freaked out by it because her husband's name was the same. That was really freaky. And being that she like already thought people were, I can't even describe that. She thought people were her. That's your favorite, Much Ado About Nothing. So true in life. Sometimes baking soda helps indigestion. Oh, do you have indigestion? Who remembers, what was that stuff? Oh my gosh. It used to be in our, I want to say turnaround. I don't know what you guys call it. Some people call it a Lazy Susan cabinet. We always, and when we were growing up, we always called it the turnaround. It sounds like the Tighten Up. Who remember that dance? We're going to do the Tighten Up tonight. It sounds like the turnaround. But it was always in there, and it was in a blue jar, and it were like white crystals, and you took a teaspoon, and I guess it was like something like Alka-Seltzer, but it was called, what the heck was it called with a B, right? Brioski? Was it Brioski? Is that what it was called? Does anybody remember that? Was it called Brioski or? And I think they had a lemon and lime flavor, but what did you say? Bromide? No, I think it was Brioski. Wasn't it Brioski? No, I think it was called Brioski. Biscotti. No, nobody remembers that? No, it definitely wasn't bromide. I know it wasn't. Lemon, right, yes. In a blue jar. You love it? You still use it? Do they still make it, Paula? I really think it was called Brioski. No, it wasn't called Bromo Seltzer. I really think it was called Brioski. Nobody remembers it? You remember it, Paula? Individually wrapped, yeah. No, it was like, it was before Alka-Seltzer, or it could have been at the same time. I'm pretty sure, here, I'm going to look it up because I am pretty sure it was Brioski. I remember because that was like a go-to in our house. Like anybody, you get the Brioski? Okay, it's in the turnaround. You can do the Tighten Up while you're getting it. What would they call that? Antacid, right? Like an antacid. Yep, I found it. It's Brioski, and they still make it. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you. It's no longer in a glass. I believe it used to be in a glass jar. Okay. Hold on a minute. Let me. This one, yeah. Okay, here. Hang on. Isn't it weird? I haven't. Uh-oh, what happened? Why can't you go there? Come on. Get over there. There it is. It used to be in a glass bottle. It used to be in a blue, like a glass bottle. Nobody remember Brioski. And that's how you say it, Brioski. Who remembers it now? Let me see, go back to the chat. Anybody remember it now? You loved eating the what? Yeah, right? Eating them, right, Paula? Yeah. It's a very Italian thing, I guess, right? Maybe your grandma used bromo. So Paula and I are the only ones that remember these? Oh, you remember Whisper to Me? Don't confuse it with the Vicks. No way. This is lemon flavored. And it didn't taste bad. And like Paula said, you would eat them, you know, like just you'd take a couple because they fizz. They were like kind of a little bit like Pop Rocks, but not the whole thing. Pitbull, it's something from my childhood that I just remembered when somebody said something about an antacid. A staple in our house too, right, Paula? But ours was on the turnaround. Go get the Brioski. I didn't even know they still made it. I really want to get some Brioski now. I am going to get some Brioski now. I'll do it on air. Maybe I'll get the Brioski and then I'll have everybody taste it on air. Jimmy probably has no idea what it is because he's not Italian. You love eating them, still do? I'm going to have to get some. It's probably bring me back to my childhood. Your mom still has them, and you're Italian too, right, Danielle? See? Maybe it is an Italian thing. I just never thought about it. You used Alka-Seltzer. Okay. Well, this is really good, brioche. I'm going to get some because it brings me back. And I'm going to put it on my turnaround when I do the tighten up. Okay. An Italian grocery carries it? Oh, any Italian. Okay, I'm going to get some. I'm going to get some for my daughter too because yeah. When you've got nausea, heartburn. Okay, so you've never heard of brioche. See, you learned something new. And I will get it because I didn't even know they made it anymore. I really like the glass. Yes, he is, Teresa. I really like the glass jar. Hey, VA girl. How you doing? How you doing, VA girl? Okay, so I'm going to check my email one more time, Chris, okay? Let's see. And what did Random Guy Jeff? You want to talk about the case that only you know about? You are welcome to do it. Okay, hang on now. Let me go to my... Well, my mouse is not behaving. It's not behaving well tonight. Come on. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Where are we? Which mail? Oh, I have. Okay. So you have an email for me. It says, then Google. Wait. Google this and read the message. This sounds like a scavenger hunt or something. Then Google Billy. First. Oh, you're not going to tell us? You want us to Google? How come you don't want to tell us anymore? We have to Google? And who said, I don't have anything else? Somebody said, Random Guy? What do you, let me know if you're going to talk about this case or not. I don't know. And Chris, I'd like you to come on and tell the story really. If you can't do it tonight, it's okay. Chatterbox, I figured Amazon will have it. I'm going to look for it later. Your mom gets them still in the glass jar, Danielle? I wonder where. Those glass jars are probably nice to do something with. Use Prilosec now. Yeah, but it's a nostalgia thing, Sharon. It's hard to explain. Collectible. No, you probably can make things with them. You just emailed me. Annie, Anne, did you use the True Crime chat email address? Hi, Maui Chickadee. Did I say hello to you? I think I did. I don't want to make a mistake, so I'll say it again. I want to call in tomorrow. A lighthearted convo, deep topics, or stupid things. I've done. I'm always game. So you want to call in tomorrow with this. Okay. We still have to talk about the how many paint people we have, and I have to know about the time because Luke has a birthday party in the afternoon at around like 12 our time or something on the 28th that I didn't realize. So anyone take Father John's cough syrup? Father John's? I don't think so. Not that I've ever remembered. Sure. Let me see here. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so, and I still, I don't see anything from you, Annie. Can't find it. Cannot find it, my darling. I wonder if you sent it to Mommy Ramblings, and I don't have that open right now. Does anybody know if Anne sent it to Mommy Ramblings? Anne, please send it to the True Crime Chat, Carolyn at truecrimechat.org, O-R-G. Hello. I can't see you. You're in the dark a little bit. No,
No, it's you. Hold on, I'll turn the light on.
Okay, turn some lights on.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. My glasses are really terrible tonight, and no matter how much I clean them, I feel like I can't see them. But yeah, I see better without them now. And I've got new contacts I'm going to put on too. What's up?
I got my hair cut.
You did? So you got a lot cut off?
Well,
Right?
no, it was a trim.
Well, you had your hair like maybe that much, right? Wasn't it like down here? It was like down to your shoulder a little bit. I thought.
I think it looks a lot better now, more better.
More, and for the summer, nice and it's cooler, right? Off your neck,
Yeah, off my neck.
right? So that's
I don't
good.
like hair on my neck when I lay on a pillow at night to sleep.
You don't use those silk pillowcases for the women that get their hair done and they don't want their ruin their I don't even understand how that works, but do you know what I'm talking about? They used to have just
Yeah.
silk pillowcases for these women that got their hair done, and they said that their hair wouldn't. You know, I think there's like those women that used to get their hair set like once a week. You know, my mother used to say that everyone came out looking like a bowling ball. She kept saying, "There's another bowling ball. There's another bowling ball." You know, like do something different. The one bowling ball after the other came out, because they all had tight like curls. It wasn't perms, but it was they set them in the rollers, right? And they like brushed them out. And they all came out with like the same length hair, the same curl, and just like one after the other. My mother used to say, "I do not want to look like a bowling ball."
I think Sally Field said that it was looking like they had a football helmet on.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, I mean, it was one thing after the other, right? What happened?
In that movie.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Magnolias,
Art.
right? Steel
Steel
magnolias.
Magnolias.
Yeah. Yep. Satin pillowcases, right? And they would say, "Oh, this will help your hairstyle. You know, keep it a week." I never understood that, how people could have the same hair for a week without doing it again. I don't get it. I can't even have the same hair for a day. I don't know. It might be thyroid. Who? Random guy, something with his thyroid? Well, that would show in your blood work, Randall. You had a lot of blood work. I think they would know, right? Wouldn't they? If your thyroid, how was your thyroid level?
They took his T4.
They check your T4, random guy? They used a ton of hairspray. Yeah, a ton of hairspray. It was so, like, you could just, it was so rough, right? It wasn't like, "Ooh, I love the way your hair feels," right? No.
Yeah, some women are real fussy about their hair. They don't want to get it wet.
Don't touch my hair. Yeah, don't get my hair wet. I go under the water. I jump. I still jump in. I have to jump in. It's something I told myself even when I was very young, that I swear I would jump and dive every single year because, like, why not? And we all still do. We all still do. Isn't that crazy? Except poor Luke, he can't dive.
Well, you're doing right by telling him to, lean forward, just fall into the lake, just fall in head first. He doesn't need to have his arms out. He can just kind of.
Right. I used to teach all the kids like the eggy, because that's how I even taught myself, right? You get down as close to the water as you can so it's not scary, and you get your head like just like that, but and you just once you let your head fall in once first, then you lose the fear of it. And then you get up a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, and I'm going to have to actually get on the raft with him and do it, because that's what I do with my other kids.
Maybe if he sat on the edge, like sat on his bottom, had his knees bent, he's at the very edge of that platform.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not even squatting, so he's that close to the water. And then he just does like
just falls in. Yeah, and Kathy from Texas said, tell him to tuck his, what'd she say, tuck his chin to his chest, and that he would do it.
It's that fear of falling. I mean, we're made to fear falling, so we don't just launch ourselves off rooftops or something.
But it's weird because you're not scared going in feet first, right? You're not scared jumping off feet first, but everybody gets like this little fear going in head first, like because it's some big thing, like, oh my gosh, I'm going in head first. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, that's because you have to protect your head. Again, I think it's the human animal just wants to protect the skull, the head. And so, that's why we dive and put our arms in front, kind of protect the head too, cup of water.
Hold his feet for a hot minute.
That's probably dangerous. He probably kick you.
Zoom. Okay. He'll get it. I mean, I think I was older than him when I finally learned to dive. Because I was nervous too, but then once I did the little eggy, then it was like, how could you get hurt with the little eggy? Your head's like this far off the water, It's not even it's what it's gonna do. You're just gonna tumble into the water. You're all about. It's like learning how to sail. It's so crazy. I almost killed myself once on the sailboat. I was wearing jeans and a sweat. Don't even ask me why. Jeans and a sweatshirt. It was summer. And I think I had shoes on too. And my mother said, just go out on the sailboat. That's how you learn. That's what she told me. Just go out. She was right there. I said, what do you mean that's how I learn? Go out on the sailboat. That's how you learn. Well, it's one of the sunfish sailboats, right? So when the wind comes, it goes up on the... I freaked out. Like in like 40 feet of water. And I jumped off the boat. And I let the boat go. My mother's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, and I swam in with all those clothes, right? And I almost died when I got to the shore. And my mother's like, the boat. And I'm like, I'm never going on that boat again. I'm never going on it again. And then I don't know what happened, but the three girls I was friends with, we went on the boat. We all taught ourselves, like, you think you're never going to learn, and then in one day you're not scared and you learn. And then I was like an expert sailor. By the end of that summer, everybody was saying, who's on the sailboat? And my mother would say, it's Carolyn. And they were saying, wow, this is like one of the windiest days. She's really good. I wanted to take that sailboat up on the edge. If it wasn't windy, I wouldn't go. And I was like, just was not afraid at all anymore. So it's just crazy how that happens. And there I almost killed myself jumping in with all my clothes. So, yep. Jimmy wouldn't get the sailboat out for me today.
Like ride a bicycle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? You say, I'm never going to ride the training wheels off. I'm not going to take the training wheels off. Not taking them off. I'm not going. My girlfriend, the one that I tell you I've been friends with today since we're 4 years old, she will still tell the story that I said I was not taking my training wheels off. No one was taking them off. And she laughs. She said because either, I forget what she said, my sister did, and said, no, we're going to take them off. We're going to take them off. And then my father did. And then, they let the bike go and I was riding. And then I was like, never talked about the training wheels again. But she keeps saying, remember, Carolyn, when you said you were never taking your training wheels off? Never? Oh, my gosh. You're afraid of water?
That kind of fits for you, I think.
It does, right? I like to be... never. And then I'm like a
Yeah.
daredevil once, like the sailboat. Like I was like, I'm never going on that sailboat again. It can leave it out there. I don't even want to get it. Let somebody else have it. It's a death trap. Um, it says it sent. Oh, you said you sent me something, Annie? Okay, I'll look in a sec. You sent it to the true crime chat? Okay. But,
Okay, moderators, put that email address up.
oh, the email address. You're still
Does
afraid of
everybody
water?
give thumbs up on the channel? Thumbs up.
Thumbs up on the
Oh,
channel.
thumbs up.
Joanne says, I remember waking up to hot water coming out of your mouth. Why? Is that why you're scared of water? You had a problem? You swam, right, Joanne? You a swimmer? You said you're a good swimmer?
Very good swimmer. I swim in pools. I
Uh-huh.
learned probably how to swim in a pond. I swam in lakes, and I swam in the Pacific Ocean. And I boogie boarded.
Oh, yeah, so did I in Virginia Beach. That's the first time I boogie boarded. They were expensive then, the boogie boards, yeah. I still have
they're
mine.
like $8.
I know, and I still have mine from then. I still use it on the lake.
And the fun thing is you were talking about going out on that little sailboat. What'd you call it?
The sunfish. It's called the sunfish.
One of the ladies that
I took a video. Oh no,
I
I don't
knew
have
on
it.
the islands, she had a two-pole.
Mhm.
What do they call that thing?
Would you rather have a battery that delivers
It's
extra
got
life?
the
I had the whole mission come.
What's going
Extra
on?
life.
I'm sorry, I was looking to see if that silly video had uploaded yet.
Oh, battery. Okay.
On my Samsung. This
Oh,
is
on
my
your Samsung.
camera.
Oh, that's
This
where you
is
take
my,
it. Oh, okay.
grab a flashlight, make a true crime video.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me go back to that conversation.
Mhm.
She took me out on the ocean off of the island of Oahu. We were on the windward side of the island, I think Kailua Beach,
Uh-huh.
maybe.
Right.
And it's a 2-hull catamaran. That's the name of it. And in between
Oh.
the 2 hulls, this fabric
Yeah,
that
yeah,
water goes through.
yeah.
And there's like little places like you stick your feet like in the strap. And she knew when we got out far enough, I'm like, I want to ride, Sherry. I want you to like take me for a ride, girlfriend.
Mhm.
So she caught the wind and she had us up so that we were
Oh,
like
I love
this.
it.
This
Yeah.
whole
Oh, I love that. Yes.
And
And
we're
you have
like
to
almost
lean way back.
vertical.
Yeah, you have to lean way back. Right. I love that. I love that
Yeah.
feeling.
All the waves are just coming up underneath your.
Some people are very scared with that. Like I've taken people out, right? I go, you want to go sailing? They go, yeah. And they think you're going to go like on a relaxing, like a Hobie cat, and they're going to have a trampoline to lay on and have their suntan lotion and maybe their magazine they're going to read. And if you take them out on a boat like that, I've had people go, what in the heck? Because like you've got to change sides really fast, and I'm like, lean back, or we're gonna. And they get like freaked out. They're like, take me in. I thought this was gonna be. I've had many people say, take me in. I thought we were gonna have a leisurely ride. This is scary, and I don't want to do this anymore. But then some people really, really like it.
Yeah. Yeah, because like the sail has to go over. You swing it.
Oh yeah, you got to go watch your head. Yeah, and you got to read the wind on the water, and you got to go watch your head. Then you put your head down. Your sail goes to the other side. You grab the rope. Yeah. Yep.
I like. Well, before I hurt my back, I did a lot of those things, and God, I just loved it, and I loved the roller coaster park there at Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
One of them, the Revolution, like you go in a circle and you go upside down. And then like they made this one, 10, 20 years ago, it's like the Viper. Ooh, the Viper. And I used to watch people get on the Viper, get in line for the Viper, and I was like, man, I saw that roller coaster and I didn't even want to go on it. It was
Right.
like just looking at it, I was like, I watched people scream, watched a few, rides, and I was like, no way. And then one day, I went on it by myself, and
Wow.
I freaking loved it. I just got on it. I just thought, well, you know, even if you get up to the ride and you choose to wimp out, all you got to do is step on the ride, step across, and just say, hey, I'm going to puss out here. I'm not going to go on it. And there's, you know, no shame, no blame. Just at least you stood in line and you made it, you tried.
Right, yeah. Like when I
Because
went
you can
on.
always change your mind and not, you know, not commit to it until you get up there at the turnstile and
I've gone on rides I've been really, really scared of, like an inverted roller coaster where you're like where you're wearing the harness thing and you go on that. There was the Great Bear at Hershey Park. I can't even believe I did that. And my daughter was like, I don't know. My kids loved roller coasters. So she said, I'm so glad you're going to do this. And the guy said, get ready for your 160-foot drop. And I was like, what? And I screamed. I closed my eyes, but it was so smooth because I saw the lady, but she said, don't worry. It's only like, because it's very fast. I think it was like a minute and a half. I figured I couldn't die in a minute and a half. I didn't think so, right? The lady said, it's very smooth. You could hardly, I think she told me, close your eyes. I remember closing my eyes and just screaming. And it was a good thing. Like you couldn't feel it. Like you could feel the wind, but you couldn't, like it didn't feel like that it made your stomach sick like another roller coaster could. So that was the good thing. I remember once I opened my eyes and I remember seeing the ground, like it was like right beneath me. And then the picture we got, I mean, I just looked like I'm in total fear. You know, it just when I got off, I was so glad that I did that, but I don't think I could ever do it again. But I did go on a bunch of other roller coasters before and after that, and that was like a weird summer because I don't normally do that, but I went on every one at Hershey Park. I lost all my fear that summer. Isn't that crazy?
I always wanted to go to that place, Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh, it's a really great place. You should go.
I saw, I think remember when Kate
Oh, yeah.
ate whatever the
Kate
kids-
plus 8 and Kate and whatever and 8, yeah.
So they got, you know, invitations to take all those kids, because who could afford to take 8 kids anywhere? And they went to the Hershey, Pennsylvania. And I remember, you know, the Hershey, the chocolate bar,
Oh, yeah, it's a really nice place. The sweetest place on earth, they say. We've gone there many, many times. My older kids, that was like always their favorite place to go in the summer. And my younger kids, we went there last year. It was really nice. Love it.
little Joey is in the gunner's bed.
Uh-huh.
And he had a rough day because we had storms. We had thunderstorms and the sky got gray. And at one time there was so much noise from the sky that it almost sounded like a fireworks were going off. There was like this big, like sonic boom, like.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
the
had
house kinda
thunder,
shook a little.
but it never rained today. And it was scary because I'll tell you something. Dan was there today. He was there. But I'm telling you, I think he's on to me. I'm not joking, because he looked at me, but he didn't get his chair. He stood on his dock and he looked at me, but he didn't get his chair. And then I wasn't scared of him. And I looked back at him. And then he went, yeah, I know, right? Good for me. And then he went and he got in the water, like, because it was too hot. So he got in the water and took like a little swim right by his dock. And then he came right back because he can't swim like me. But, yeah, he doesn't. He takes like a little teeny tiny little wimpy swim, you know, like he just gets himself wet. He goes out like a little bit and he got to come right back in. So then... And then, then he was like, he got scared and then he went upstairs and he's all by himself. I don't even think his wife is with him. I don't even think his dog is with him because his dog is usually out. I don't even think his dog wanted to go. I know, 'cause nobody wanted to go with him. They're like, we don't want to go with you. So, yeah, nobody went with him and he has no friends. So it was a better day. He wasn't, I think I've really taken a stand with him. And anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, so I swam back and I took the kayak. My arms are really, really sore because I took the kayak, right? And then Jimmy said, like, oh, it's fine. And I brought the kayak in and I was getting out. And as I was getting out of the kayak, he was holding the kayak so I could get on the dock. You hear this thunder, right? And everybody on the lake that's there goes like this, oh, no. And my cousin goes, Ayla, get in right now. But it was sunny, right? So Jimmy goes, what does Jimmy do? Jimmy says, oh, it's nothing, right? In like a matter of 30 seconds, the sky changed, right? And then the thunder kept going, and I was freaking. I don't know what's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me now, okay? Because I was freaking out. I almost threw myself off the kayak, okay? Because I was scared. I'm like, something's wrong. I'm gonna get electrocuted in this lake, right? So Jimmy's like, would you relax? So I jumped out of the kayak. And I said, I've got to go home because we didn't bring, we had to get the car to the dock. And we were at my cousin's house, so I had to get swim noodles from over there. So I had to like run a bunch of places. And then I was like freaking out until I got in the house. And then I put the camera out so that you guys could hear the thunder, but I didn't get it up. And then it never rained, but there's nice thunder for ASMR that I will get up. I know you're confused. Yeah, who wouldn't be? I'm a very confusing person. You know that. But you look like you're a new person here. Who's that? Kunitsha or something? Yeah, you look like you're brand new, so you probably would be confused because we are a very confusing channel, right, Joanne? Yeah, there cans. Yeah, we're a very confusing channel. You never know what you're going to get here. It's never going to be the same thing twice. And it's like a box of chocolate. It is. That should be part of the merch. You never know what you're going to get.
I have a take on that.
Oh, you do? Go ahead.
Okay. Forrest Gump, played by Tom Hanks,
right,
would say in the movie, life is like a box of chocolates. Right?
Right.
And here's the Schmida take on that, because Schmida always tells us, when life goes to lemons, you make some lemonade, right? And the mean people put the lemons in the freezer and get them all hard and throw them at you. But here, Schmida style, we get those lemons thrown at us. We encourage them to throw lemons at us because we want to make more for lemonade.
Yeah, lemonade is good, especially in the summer with ice, right? Sometimes you can put mint in it, mint lemonade, or, you can put different things in lemonade to make it more adult. Lavender lemonade, they say, is really good. Lavender, it's like calming and cool. I've never had it, but it looks so nice because it's like a nice little purplish color. I want to make some lavender lemonade. I do.
Pink lemonade?
No, lavender lemonade. It's really good. It looks so cool and refreshing. Now, let me see something. Someone saved my life tonight. Sugar Bear. No, someone said that Jeff has blood work that he needs help with, and he emailed it. So hang on. I don't have anything. I don't know what is going on with my email. What? Okay.
Did you check your inbox, Carolyn?
Yeah.
Your inbox.
Okay, now Chris says, you want to call in about the serial killer after this? Okay, let me see what random guy's blood work is too. Hang on. Here's his blood work. Can someone help him? You can help. Oh boy, this is oh boy. I'm just going to send this to Joanne Dallas. This is crazy.
Yeah, just send that to Nurse Dallas.
Oh boy, this is crazy. Yeah. You should see what he just sent me. Maybe I could send this to you. You can open it up and see if you can help him out here. Tell him what's going on.
Well, let me see.
I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it to you right now.
All right, let me minimize.
All right. Okay, you're going to get your email?
Okay, I'm going to my inbox.
It'll probably be there in a minute. I sent it. It's probably going to take a minute because he's got like 19,000.
You're probably like that Chris fella who's been sending you the email you never get.
No, he's got like a 19,000 attachments.
Like the check is in the mail.
Yeah.
Here it is, CBC results, can't get info.
You see all that?
Forward. RJ from,
You see 17 attachments? 17 attachments.
Oh, well, okay, let me preview this first one. Gunner's right here whining at me. Can I get him some food?
Sure.
Okay, here's your do all of this result. I click on that. No, nope, that doesn't work. It doesn't open. All right, what's going on here? Let's try this one.
Can you see it?
22 breaths a minute. That's kind of high. Is somebody having a little bit of a panic attack there?
Were you having a panic attack when that was taken, Jeff? Let me see, I can tell you what it says.
Blood pressure is a little high, not too bad. Diastolic is great, that's good.
BP's a little high, Jeff.
Okay, eosinophils, here's the normal, the reference range, basophils, that's just in your white blood count. Here's endocrine, T4, free floating, that's normal.
So far, it's not too bad, Jeff.
TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone.
How's that?
It's elevated.
It's elevated.
It says right there, 8.86. It says high, but I look down at the reference rate. Reference range, like you're low, you're high. If you're in that, you're normal, and they are abnormal.
They are abnormal. That is high because I'm like 0.5. They brought me down to like 0.5. She said that's where I'm good. Like I'm less than 1.
TSH is thyroid stimulating hormone.
Hormone, right.
Let me go to the next one here. Okay, that looks pretty good. What do we got here? Oh, your creatinine level. That's a kidney. Okay, the blood urea nitrogen is normal. So, but the creatinine is a little low. And then they look at the ratio between the two. Okay. So why is the creatinine level low? What's going on with the kidneys there? What's going on with the renal system? Okay, they got good electrolytes. They're in homeostasis. Everything is good there. Okay, your low density lipids. Your low density, let's see, low density. High density, density is, I always get these mixed up. I have to go through and think it out. Like, here's your high density, it sinks. Here's your low density, it floats, low dense. Floats, you want the low density to be high, right, low density. Well, they're normal at any rate, after I went through all that crap. Anyhow, that's confusing because your cholesterol is one thing, and then you got your LDH.
His cholesterol is okay?
Well, it's not like I have one big thing in front of me. I got all these little squares. Here we go. I'm just clicking on them, doing the best I can. The glucose, holy crap, they're a diabetic.
He's a diabetic?
Yep.
Did you know that, Jeff?
Yeah, he knew that.
Oh, he knows it?
You can't have a 212 without already being diagnosed. That's why they're taking good care of him, checking the kidneys, because he's a diabetic. And when you have diabetes, there's certain disease processes that happen in the body. And one of them is your eyesight, diabetic retinal.
He says his doctor he says his doctor doesn't give a rat. He takes pills for blood pressure and diabetic. That's what he says.
Okay, what's he taking, metformin?
What are you taking for the BP and the diabetes?
No, for the diabetes.
What are you taking for the diabetes?
For the diabetes.
Takes a minute because they're on a slow chat, so he's got to.
Mike's probably on the oral pill metformin, unless he's
taking what is it? Glyburide?
Glyburide. Glyburide, glyburide.
Yeah.
Any insulin coverage?
Any insulin coverage?
Insulin? What about the hormone levels? What's the estrogen doing?
Where is he?
I want to see the hormones. Okay, here's the cholesterol.
What's his cholesterol?
Slightly elevated. You want it to be under 200. It's at 231. It's nothing to write home about it. Have you got him on atorvastatin or anything?
Are you on anything for your cholesterol? He said, Joanne Dallas knows her stuff. Nah, I've been brittle diabetic for a decade, not a candidate for insulin since it gets down to the 30s.
Okay, that makes sense. Brittle diabetic, I understand that. What's going on with this fatty stuff, this triglycerides, cholesterol? Do you eat a lot of animal meat?
Are you eating a lot of animal meat, fats and stuff? His triglycerides are high too?
Yeah.
Yeah. You might have to change your diet and make some better choices
Definitely,
there.
because it's high density lipids
Mhm.
you want are low, and you want your high density.
Mine are very high. My doctor always says, "Oh, good, your good cholesterol is really high." He loves it. I always get the gold star for that. No idea. I only eat meat once or twice a week, he says. Are you eating a lot of butter, cheese,
You slapping that butter on your baked potato
eggs?
there,
What
big
about
boy?
eggs? Eggs, cholesterol in eggs, right? Shellfish has a lot of high cholesterol, doesn't it?
Well, sometimes it's not the person what they're putting in their mouth. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's hereditary.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
So I want to bust him. Maybe he's putting that crap on his popcorn, sitting in the movie theater with that fake butter. You're better off eating real butter. I want you on real butter. Don't be eating that margarine. That's fake shit. That's fake stuff. Sorry, Mommy.
Right.
Fake butter. Don't eat fake butter. Eat real butter.
Right. Yeah, I believe that too. Was this this had to be fasting if he has cholesterol? I would think, Kathy from Texas. Jeff, this is a fasting lab, right?
Obviously.
Right. Okay. People just inquiring minds wanted to know.
Well, they don't check your blood sugar when.
Right. I know. You always have to go for your cholesterol. It has to be fasting. I know. Okay.
Oh, here's your endocrine, but okay, there's your. We already talked about the TSH.
Yeah.
I was wanting to look at your estrogen and your.
Testosterone?
Yeah, I want to look at those levels.
He said he won't eat fish. He eats lots of salad and a few carbs. He's not a fan of sweets usually.
Well, that'll keep your calories down if you don't like. But I mean, if you're eating salty popcorn with fake butter on it, that'll do you in. What you putting on your baked potato there, big boy? You putting two butters on each half of the potato and some sour cream? Huh?
No, now look what random guy Jeff says. Not fasting, but I can't remember if I ate that day. No, random. If you have this, they probably tell you nothing after 12 midnight, right? And then you go in and you have your blood work done. You didn't eat anything. Because if you eat anything, it's going to throw your whole test off.
Oh.
What happened?
Oh,
Charlie horse?
Nothing.
You have a Charlie horse?
No, let me, I gotta get up and move. Hold
Okay,
on.
all right. Take care. Don't hurt yourself. Uh-oh. I think she has a back spasm. Oh, dear. You okay, Joanne? Hopefully. All right. All right. Take a little break. It's okay. You okay? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting a little something for Gunner, so he will be quiet. I'm just gonna grab you an ibuprofen. I'll be right back.
All right. You have a Charlie. That's my son. Or drink. You can't eat or drink. Right. You can't eat or drink. Right. So, yeah, Jeff, if you ate or drank, that's going to throw your test up. But I'm sure they would tell you. You can't. I mean, you know that, right? When you go for these, you can't eat or drink?
He knows better.
Okay. All right. I hope so.
Okay, let me try and, let me see. Let me get out of here, go over here, hit this. Now I can see you and see myself. What a treat. I get to see myself. How many fingers? 2.
2.
Thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for the blood work analysis.
Yeah, you better hit the like
Yeah.
video.
Where are you going to get blood work? I bet you nobody else gets blood work analysis on YouTube, right? Live blood work analysis.
And I could be, I mean, I'm retired. I'm not treating anybody, so it's not like they're going to take my license away. I already retired.
Yeah, you're just giving your opinion. Yeah, that's all.
My license isn't active, but yeah, I was smart. I mean, I am smart. I got A's in microbiology and physiology and chemistry A and chemistry B. I just have a brain for science, man, and a bod for sin. Who said that?
No, I get that. Yeah, she said I had the Melanie Griffith.
There you go. What was the name of the movie?
What was it? Was it Body Double? Was it or
Working?
Oh, Working Girls. Working Girls.
Who was the other lady?
Sigourney Weaver.
Before the alien came out of the body.
Right.
Hey, Joey, what is your problem? What is your major malfunction? This is for Gunner. What is your problem? You can't eat Gunner's food. I don't care if all the hair is standing up on your body. Hold on, I have to do some mommy intervention here.
Okay.
Come here, Gunner. Is he being mean to you? Is he being mean to you?
I missed what Jeff's symptoms are. Jeff, what are your symptoms? And make sure you keep a stress-free and tranquil environment. Look after yourself. Yeah, J. Bells is right, Jeff. Get the toxicity out of your life. Toxicity. Hey there, Kelly Fanelli. You heard painting is good for relaxing. It is, right? Because Bob Ross was so relaxed. Bella Max has kindly donated me some painting stuff. Right, right. I heard that. Yeah, you showed me, or she showed me. One of you showed me. You get too amped up is the problem. You got to chill, but you're getting amped up because you're having a lot of things going on in your life, and you got to cut it out, and you just got to chill. People bringing in grief is not any good. What is really bad, I'll ask my husband to call the paramedics, huh? You watched Gone Girl last night, and you missed a little bit in the middle, but it was a good movie. Coloring, and sewing is relaxing. Yeah, you need to do something very relaxing, Jeff. Stay away from drama and toxicity.
Come on, move it. Go to bed. Go to bed. You. Go to bed. Go on. Hey.
Did you know Bob Ross made thousands of paintings and his estate will not sell any of them? 3 paintings for each show. Well, they must really value his paintings, right? Self-care is so important. I remember a time when I had to cut some people out of my life for self-care. Absolutely, Jessica. Okay, so let's get back to Jeff now. He wants to know what's going on with his white blood cell count, I think he said, is off.
All I saw on that was, a little bit of mono. I mean, just a little tiny elevation there in the, your white blood cells, your body's immune system sends out white blood cells to kill something or, to fight They're like the offense. Like in the football game, you're either playing offense or you're playing defense, okay? So the body sends the white blood cells out as like the offensive linemen, those big guys, right? You're playing offense.
Right.
So it's good. It's great. It says, hey, let's say my white blood count was elevated. That means my immune system is working. That's awesome. Let's hear it for the immune system.
Let's hear it.
So
Immune
what kind of blood cells, white blood cells, is the body sending out? Because if the body's sending out, I'm probably saying this wrong, because I have trouble pronunciating correctly.
Yeah. Is
And it leads to, miscommunication, because if I say a word like your word, fragility.
Oh, no, I was joking on that one. You know that, right? You didn't think I really, right? You knew. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay.
The box says fragile.
Right.
Carolyn says, oh, fragile. That must be
from Italy. From Italy,
like,
yeah. It must be from Italy. Fragile.
Yeah.
Fragile.
Yeah, fragile. So, like, if you say to someone, be careful, that box is fragile, and you pronunciate it like that, they might not know what the hell you're talking about.
Right.
And it leads to a little confusion, a little misunderstanding. But, so if I pronunciate a medication incorrectly, because to me it looks like you say metformin, like, oh, come on, Mommy, give us a metformin. Say it wrong.
Met for men. Metformin or something like that? Could you say it like that? Yeah. Met for men. I need my met for men.
Did you give him his metformin? And they'll be like, what? What did she say? And so
someone might even think it's like they might see something that's not even there. Like I do that, so they might say meant for men. It's like it's meant for men. That you can't take that. That's meant for men, not for you. Right?
That's why I read those user IDs that Facebook allows, and some of them are downright obscene, and I just crack up laughing like, oh my God, that one just slipped over the radar. You know?
It's worse than YouTube though.
Did you know what I did when I created my first fake account? Like before I was great Auntie Schmida. Casbot can attest to this.
Oh really?
I took a picture. I made it so obvious that it was not a human being. I made it completely obvious. It was like thumbing your nose at somebody, like just, it's like the Italian version of this.
Oh right.
Like
yeah.
And so what I did was the user ID, I typed in full of crap, and I know it, like it was all one word. Like
right, yeah.
Of crap.
YouTube doesn't care, but now they have new rules, so they're going to crack down on stuff now. But so 22nd, the new rules.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that, the 10-second rule. And so then I took a picture. I had a picture because I had taken a picture of my own stuff in my own toilet to show my own doctor in the privacy of her little HIPAA office. And so I took and I uploaded that picture for the photo ID. So it was full of crap, and I know it, and there was some crap on the picture. And Casbot gave me crap for that. She was like, I don't think this is a real person.
Oh, really?
I was like, well, your name's Casbot. And she goes,
but that's really her name.
I drank blood and hang upside down from the ceiling.
But they really called her that, though, as a little kid. Can you believe that?
I do believe it now.
Yeah.
But it was just so funny because she was mocking me for my fake user ID, and I was like, hey, wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
Wasn't that brilliant? That was just fudging brilliant, you know?
Yeah.
It was so in your face, you know, it wasn't like trying to be clever and hide it and be
eloquent or subtle.
Like,
yeah, very subtle.
No subtlety whatsoever. It was blatant.
Very blatant.
It was very blatant. And I thought it was hilarious to go on as Joanne Dallas and then switch accounts and then type some, like how I did when I came in as Great Annie Schmid and I said Joanne Dallas is a troll. So I was like trolling myself, and somebody in the chat was like, that person saying mean things about Joanne Dallas, and I'm like, hey, Great Annie Schmid is Joanne Dallas, it's okay, but at least now I know who my friends are.
Right, absolutely. A lot of people didn't get that at first. Yeah.
Well, I can see why.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm the kind of person that, like, when people meet me the very first time, a lot of the people that became like my really tight bestest friend, or we shared an apartment together, when they first met me, they didn't like me. And then 6 weeks or whatever go by, and then they're kind of like, oh, I get her now.
Right.
She's okay. She's cool. And then they'll end up being my best friend. They'll end up being such a good friend that they can say to me, Joanne, when I first met you, I didn't like you at all. And I'll say, I hear that all the time.
That happens, right? And then somebody becomes your best friend. Like, it's so weird because my lab partner in college, right? The first day, my girlfriend and I, we walked in like kind of late, and there was the lab, right? And every seat was taken except for 2 seats. And she got one and I got the other one. And it was next to this guy. And if he's listening, it's Michael Margolin. But he ended up having the same sense of humor I did, okay? So I sat down next to him, and at the time, I was thinking exactly what he thought I was thinking, right? And after that, like, he was, like, really funny, and he was older because I was a real freshman age, and he was coming back because he was going to get his dental degree, so he had already graduated from college. He was going for what he needed to go to dental school. So we had to dissect like a rat together and all kinds of stuff, right? So then later on, we got to be all very good friends. And I'll never forget, he said in the cafeteria once, he goes, Carolyn and I are really, really good friends now. And you know what? The first day she came into class, you should have seen her face when she knew the last seat was next to me. She was thinking, how in the world did I get this guy for my lab partner? And he goes, and I was just like, come on, sit down, let's go, lady. And he used to crack me up so bad, like after that, because I used to bring like a lot of bags in, right? And then we would go to the bookstore and we'd buy stuff, and he'd go, ma'am, every time I came in, he goes, they tell you can't bring more than just your carry-on in here. Like but he would just make me crack up about everything, and he was the greatest friend. And I still, again, another person I still can talk to today. But yeah, it was very funny because you don't know, right? Sometimes you think like, ooh, I've got this guy, and he's like, yeah, and he ends up being like one of your best friends. It's crazy, right?
And some people, it rubbed them the wrong way that I had a certain amount of confidence. That whole, I don't care what you think of me, like your opinion doesn't matter because it's your opinion and I shouldn't know your opinion.
Right.
And it's none of my business. And so they thought maybe I was cocky or full of myself, or, and I mean, I certainly didn't have an inflated sense of ego. If anything, I thought very poorly of myself. But, your sense of self-esteem, it's like confidence comes from what you know you can do, or the experiences, like, hey, I didn't know how to ride a bike, and then I did it. Now I can ride
want
a
to
bike.
keep my training
I
wheels.
learned to ride a bike, and now I learn how, and now I feel good, and I'm confident. So when the next thing comes up, like now I got to ride, these rollerblades around, or, get on a catamaran and flip it one side up in the ocean. And I ain't afraid of sharks, and I ain't afraid of sea turtles, and I ain't afraid of, I don't even think about that. I just go and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I take, it's not like I go jumping out of perfectly good airplanes to go, parachuting or something. I mean, if I was in the military, I'd do that,
Right. So what?
But as a civilian, I'm not going to do that. But you know, if they wanted me to jump out of an airplane, I probably would have been the first in line. Hey, what you got?
You should be seeing an endocrinologist, Jeff. I mean, I see an endocrinologist for my thyroid levels, and she's fabulous because it's not just, they also have to know what's right for you, because in the realm of normal, even the high end of normal may be really bad for you. So she knows exactly what's for me, and I go to the low end of normal. That's where it's right for me. So she adjusts my medication to that, where somebody else might do really well at the high end of normal. Okay? So you really need to be an endocrinologist, Jeff. What are you taking for your thyroid? Are you taking Synthroid, or are you taking levothyroxine? What are you taking?
You want to be taking that in the morning, same time.
You know your thyroid, Jeff, will control. It will can make you depressed. Your thyroid is so intertwined in every bit of your health. You have to get that taken care of.
These dogs, man, I tell you what.
If you don't have, can't you get state insurance? Did you apply for that?
What do you want, baby? What do you want? You want mommy? Yeah.
Right, on an empty stomach, yes, thyroid meds. Yeah, at least an hour before you eat anything. And do not take vitamins right after.
Come on. Come on.
Hypothyroidism makes your body go fast, and hypothyroidism, right, makes your body go slow. Messed up thyroid, yeah, so many issues. Yeah, Hennessy, it's really, if you're tired, Jeff, you know, if it's no, you have to be married or single, mother or a legal immigrant to get health care here. No kidding. A single woman with grown kids won't qualify either. Oh, you have a new fox?
The new fox came.
A new fox came.
The old rope toy.
Yeah.
If you cut him open, there's a rope in him.
Oh. Poor fox. He might be roadkill soon, right?
They last quite a few.
Oh, do they? Okay. I once bought a toy for my bulldogs once, and they had it done in 10 seconds, and I'm not joking. I came home, I was so excited. I gave it to them. I went out, and it was just shredded in a minute. And it was supposed to be like a heavy-duty thing. It's not.
Well, these KONG Kong toys.
Kong. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The old fox lived for about 3, 4, 6 months. And
Yeah.
even when the head was gone, the head was on my stove.
Right,
and
yeah.
And you were like, Joanne?
Right, what's
Joanne,
wrong with
what's
that?
on your stove? What is that? What is that next to your booze? Next to your Excedrin and your ibuprofen? Joanne, what the hell is that?
You said it was a
that's
fox.
just a dead dog toy.
Right.
And everybody has dead dog toy parts around their house. And Partridge Family albums in their kitchen. Yeah, everybody does that, Carolyn.
Right. Yeah.
With a Y. Carolyn with a Y.
And an N too, right? Okay, so what else do we have for Jeffrey here? Anything good? Hemoglobin, how's his hemoglobin?
Well, I'll have to check.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I don't even have that thing up.
Oh, you don't?
Here, let me go to this. Well, the camera's still on me, I can see that, the little light's on. Okay, CBC results, can't get info. Who won't give him info?
I don't know. I guess he can't. I don't know. He says he has a terrible doctor.
Well, he don't need a doctor, he just needs a good nurse.
Well, his hemoglobin looks all right, but it's 14.3 and its reference range is 14 to 18, so he's okay. His hematocrit is okay as well.
I'm looking for the abnormals.
Yeah, you're like Jimmy. He always does that. And his MCV is okay too.
All right, I got more dogs wanting to come in now that I just let them all out. Yeah, well, we touched on the good stuff as far as the thyroid and the blood sugar. I don't know why he's breathing so hard. Do you have a pretty nurse and he was panting?
Why were you breathing so hard?
Was it a Hooters?
Well, his monocytes are a little elevated, right?
Yes. His white blood count, the monocytes are a little elevated. That's nothing. That's like, if they were really, really high, you know.
Well, no, his white blood cell count says it's high. His
Well, that's good. His immune system's working.
Yeah, but it means he could have an infection or something too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know which one you're on. Which of the little screens are you on finding that?
The WBC on the, I don't know which one it is. The one that has the RBC under it and the hemoglobin?
Well, A, I don't have my readers on. B, here's his neutrophils already got, maybe they go in order. I don't know which one is. Okay, well, I'm back on the thyroid. Hold on, let me find
His
around.
neutrophils are high, right? Those are high.
Well, shoot.
His creatine,
Okay,
you said that, right?
neutrophils.
His creatinine is low. You said
Okay,
that.
so why does he have an elevated white blood count? What's going on, Jeff? You got any discharge from your manhood?
What's going on, Jeff, with the high white cell?
Do you have like an owie on your arm somewhere where you can say, okay, you know, your white blood count's elevated because you're fighting a little infection somewhere. So where's the infection, Jeff? What's your body telling you? What's your body saying to you?
Your respiratory rate was really high, is on the high, wow. You don't
Well,
remember
that's
yourself breathing heavy when you went there? Are you scared of blood work? I can't say, I have to go back and see his answers.
I think he had a big Hooter nurse and he was like panting.
Look at the results in red, please. That's what we are. That's what we gave you. Your thyroid needs to. You've got maybe some kidney. Need some checking on that. Your white blood cell count.
I want you on some atorvastatin for your cholesterol and your, I want something in there fighting those bad cholesterol levels, and I want you to watch out on your butter intake. You're only eating meat twice a week.
Oh, 333. Yep. 333.
But that cholesterol triglycerides, I mean, you just want to knock that in the kisser.
Mm.
And they usually tell you, like, take half an atorvastatin. Like me, I'm on a whole one because I got bad cholesterol. And I mean, I'm not overweight at all. And I don't even eat meat hardly ever. And yeah, Sharon, I had some pizza tonight. Bust me. Go ahead, bust me. She had some pepperoni and some sausage on her pizza. Well, I didn't buy the pizza. Somebody fixed it and offered me some. I was like, yeah, that sounds good.
I have to say something really quick. Somebody sent me something. I don't know what it is. Is somebody in the chat sent me something? I don't know. It looks like some type of a text. I don't open stuff like this. I don't know who it is. So if you sent me this, some PXT, you need to tell me who you are because I will never open this. Sorry.
lay down. I'm so tired of this getting out of the house crap. Don't go to sleep. Go lay down, get in bed. Go on. Go lay down, go on. It's okay, Mom, it's your, I know I hear the thunder. It's not gonna kill you. And the toys. Take that. Go ahead, go ahead. Good, get in your bed. Get in your night-night. Put your pajamas on, brush your teeth. Come on, Gunner. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Get on here. Come here, baby.
Okay, Chris, I gave you the number, Chris. And I thought we could do a puzzle too after that. But whoever sent me a PXT, this mama doesn't open any links. I don't know what it is. I don't recognize your number. I don't know who you are.
This mama.
This mama.
That's my boss.
It's
That's, own it, Caroline.
I know.
Why?
I know.
Everybody give her a thumbs up for being a boss.
Boss mama. Uh-oh, what was that?
You should quit messing around. Now go lay down. Go on. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down.
Who's being a boss mama now, Joanne? You're laying down the law there.
That's right.
You're laying it down, right?
I'm not letting these kids take advantage of me. Go lay down. Lay down in your bed. They know when I mean business, and I don't tell them. And women say, how many times do I have to tell you? Well, I used to tell my kid once, maybe twice, and I didn't smack him. I never smacked him.
Mm-hmm.
When he was really, really little and had a padded diaper on, I would hold him and then just swat his little diaper, like give him a little pat, or slap his little hand. And that was because he was doing something that could hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Like reaching for the stove, and you're like, no, don't touch the stove. Don't, something that was dangerous for the child. But I never believed in corporal punishment. I still don't believe in it. But yeah, a little swat gets her attention. Or just clapping your hands or something. And these dogs, we've had this thunder, and they hear that up in the sky. They don't know what's going on. They don't know it's the weather. And they just hear that, and they must think it must be like 4th of July for them. They're just terrified. So they run around the house and act all nutty. And I gave some PRN. I don't use Benadryl. I know.
Claritin. The other one just told me Claritin now. Give the dog Claritin, and he'll have a better quality of life. She told me. They gave their Westie Claritin for 10 years.
But anyway.
So Jeff, you need to go to the endocrinologist definitely, and then you need to do something about cholesterol and your breathing. You got to calm down. Sounds like you said you have a lot of stress or something. You got to take that stress out of your life.
Yeah, you got to remove toxic people.
Get rid of the toxic people. Kick those toxic people to the curb, right, Joanne?
Kick them to the curb, walk away. You don't answer the phone, you block them on Facebook, you don't go peeking at them, you just leave them alone. Because if they make your heart rate go up, and your blood pressure go up, and they drive you nuts, you don't need them. And if you do need them, if you need that drama, just go to MGL's channel, watch that drama over there. Don't bring it into your real life. Just live it vicariously through your YouTube life. And go
YouTube,
open letter, and do a open letter to you. And I got the receipts. I got the receipts right here on YouTube. Here we go. I got your number, lady.
Right, and all those people that try to make themselves relevant through somebody else. Get away from them, Jeff.
Vicariously through YouTube. Don't bring it into your real life. Keep it simple, stupid. guess keep it simple, stupid. And,
That's right, Jeff.
you know, stay away from Hooters, stay away from them bars where them girls dancing naked
Stay
on the
away from women that
bullshit.
want to get married in 2 weeks.
Women that come flying up from another state and
Codependent women that are so needy. Stay
get
away,
them
Jeff. You're
leaked
better off
out.
being alone.
Better alone.
Better alone.
You got a pet?
He does have pets, and he has friends.
Yeah. I believe it. Everybody in chat was saying real nice things about you. And I've been to your channel. I subscribed to your channel. I watched that thing about was it Pauline?
Mm-hmm.
The mystery of the girl in France in 1922.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was like creepy. It's like, ooh, what happened to the little girl? And how did her parents, you know, and the neighbor, he went mad because, you know, all that. And the girl's body was found. And it's really good. You know, just go over to Jeff, random guy Jeff on YouTube. You know, just click on his face over here in chat and go to his channel and go subscribe. And be nice to Jeff. We love Jeff.
Yeah, but you know what people do? It's sad. Then they see other channels that are successful. They try to use those other channels, and it's not good. And Jeff, you gotta just worry about yourself. Stay in your own lane. Make your videos. Do your research. And
Be true to thine own self.
to thine own self, be true. Yes.
Because that's what I do. I just do what I like, what makes me happy. And if I like being in my backyard and taking a flashlight and saying, oh, we're going to make true crime. Here's a flashlight. Ooh, here's some duct tape. Ooh, duct tape. I mean, nobody can be Joanne. Nobody can be Shmita.
I know. People think they can, though. People think they can. It's sad. I'm never going to let him forget the 2-week marriage. No, I can't let him forget the 2-week marriage because Jeff has to learn to be, you know, more. I know he doesn't like confrontation, but he has to be a little more forceful in what he allows in his life because it's not helping his health. Has anyone ever here heard about the Picard case before? Has anybody heard about the Picard case? Not Picard from Star Trek. What was that? Star Trek? Isn't that guy Picard from? Who are we talking about? Isn't he named Picard? That's the guy on Star Trek, isn't he?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you don't know? I know Jeff's saying, has anybody heard of the Picard case? Isn't Picard the guy from Star Trek?
Hey, look, he's just deflecting now.
Yeah, I know, because he doesn't want to confront, right? I know, I see it too. He doesn't want to confront what's really going on.
He's like, hey, look over here. Here's a
Jeff, get those
distractor.
big toxic scissors. You got to get the toxic scissors. And you got to start cutting the Oh, you got them, right? That's good. You got to start cutting the toxicness. If they're people, block them. Block.
I blocked a YouTuber. I blocked her so she can't see me and I can't see her. And I'm not talking about chat block. I'm talking about big time block.
The big time block. The big block.
She showed me her true colors one time, and I said, hey, lady, I got your number. You ain't coming in my life with your crap. I ain't opening up an email and said, so-and-so replied to your comment. And I'm like, what?
If you're going to be a YouTuber, you got to be careful because there's going to be so many people that just want to use you. There's a lot of users in YouTube. But you know what? That's funny. Users in YouTube. Yeah, they're all about them. When it's, you know, it's just what you can do for them, what YouTube can do for them. No, what you can. Got to be careful, Jeff.
No. Yeah, no, that's no way to be. And
they'll never get ahead, and they don't understand. You'll never get ahead trying to tear someone else down or trying to be successful on their back. You got to do it for yourself, or it'll never happen. Don't stress, Jeff. Just get the toxic scissors out. Toxic. This is your favorite channel? Thank you, Gretchen.
We could do something with that, Caroline.
We could. We could get a big scissor, right? And then have a big thing, toxic, and just like cut it out.
It's instead of Taco Tuesday, we'll have
Toxic Tuesday. Bring your toxic problem here, and we'll help you cut it right out of your life.
Oh, here we go. Here's the problem.
Toxic scissors. Yeah, we need big red. Are those red?
Let's do a Dr. Phil impersonation or a Nancy
Cut
Grace
those toxic
impersonation.
people out of your life today.
Wait a minute, let me make it real dramatic. Do.
Cut them out.
Just get rid of them.
Send them to the curb. Put them in the garbage pail. Put them in the shredder. They're gone.
If I was smart, I would have had a little paper doll cut out right here so I could hold it up, make it look like a Edward Scissorhands, and I did this, and then all of a sudden the cardboard looked like something really fancy, and everybody goes, damn, that Joanne's good with a pair of scissors.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd be like, what's she talking about?
Oh, Lisa, you said it's sad when their family. Unfortunately, even family, if they're toxic and they're bringing you down, you still got to cut it out.
Because they're not helping you. Some of those mean people, they want to make you mad.
They have nothing else going on in their life, and if they've got to be so centered around you and trying to bring you grief and bring you down and try to poison people against you, it just shows that they have absolutely nothing in their life of any value that they feel people would ever want to be around them. So they have to create their own drama.
And when you look at,
Haters love hate. Yep, Danielle.
Here's how we can explain it. Can you see the glass?
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not talking half full, half empty.
Right.
Everybody's heard that one before.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put a little hate in this glass, okay?
Yeah.
Let's agitate it, let's swirl it around, let's send 2, 3 people over to say the same thing. Let's come over to Caroline and say, hey Caroline, did you hear what so-and-so said about you on another channel? Now, if I was really Caroline's friend, I wouldn't tell her squat. I wouldn't even tell her about the other channel or what anybody said, because what? I'm carrying the hate from A to B, and A to B is a vehicle, and I'm no trained monkey gonna take the bad news over here to here. You know, if my aunt tells me that my mother, blah, 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 I'm not going to tell my mother that. I'm not going to tell my sister that. I'm going to tell them, hey, so-and-so, that's an agitator.
She hates you. So-and-so said you did something. Yeah. Right.
And so all that energy could be spent. You could have been spent 15 minutes listening to some classical music.
Absolutely.
You could have been at the lake listening to the waves.
That's right.
You could have given your dog a bath.
Played with your kids. You could have listened to some music, watched some 90 Day Fiance.
But no,
cut
you're
your
going to get
toenails.
your heart and your head all wrapped up in some make-believe drama for some make-believe person that's being fake and
That
feeding
wants
the
to be
hate.
relevant. Somebody wants to be relevant. They make up drama. It's sad, but it's true.
Do it like Great Annie, man. Just pour yourself a glass of lemonade and suck on it. Add another spoonful of sugar, helps the medicine go down.
Darwin
Come
says
on
that's
now.
why he has doggies and not people, and he forgets people. You might have to do that if everybody in your life is toxic and your dogs are not toxic. You do what you have to do, but you got to get that toxicness out of your life. Yes,
wanna do
Claire,
it
I
without
have
having to
3
go-
doggies. I have a turtle, and I want a flying squirrel. And Cowgirl is sending me a cat. My cat, Sharon.
My cat,
Oh, hold
Sharon.
on. I got to get that out here. My cat, Sharon.
My cat.
Random said, pass the scissors. Random, you just have to do it. I know that you don't like confrontation. You want to keep going on and on. You can't reason with toxic people. You cannot reason with them.
Random guy, look at Auntie. Look in my eyes. Okay, you looking?
He's looking.
You can't fight stupid, random guy.
You can't fix stupid. That's right.
You can't fight stupid.
And you can't fix it either, right? You can't fix it or fight it.
You can't reason with it. That's why I always say you want to be right? I'd rather be happy. So I'll just say, you're right, I'm wrong, and then I'll be happy, and you can go away and say, I'm right, and then you can drive half a block away and say, no, wait a minute, she gave in really easy.
Right.
She just said I was right. She don't really mean I'm right.
Right.
And then get yourself all twisted up knots again, and I'm still going to be over here happy sipping on my lemonade.
Right. You can't have a battle of wits with someone that doesn't have any wits.
Can't argue with stupid, man. Can't argue with stupid.
So just cut them out, Jeff. And you just got to cut it out. Use that block. Use that block, man. You'll be so happy because it's so freeing. And if somebody comes to your door like before or after, you know what you do? Hello, police department. I need a restraining order. And then that's your physical block.
Or you just get a can of Raid. And roach killer. Sprays like 7 feet. You can get that wasp spray.
Yeah.
Take it out. Say, get away from me. Get away from me.
Get away
I'm gonna
from me,
see a
I'll raid
wasp
you.
on your shoulder. I'm gonna start spraying. They'll be like, what?
See, Random didn't hear what I said. He goes, unfortunately, the real world doesn't have a block button. Yes, it does, Random Guy Jeff. It's called this. Hi, I need a restraining order. That's what it is.
You know, it's not, you don't call for that. You go down and you get that piece of paper. You get the paper, and then you serve them with it from the sheriff's department. It costs like $25, or, you know, you can't serve them. You don't get your friend to serve them. That's more drama. You pay the money. If you don't have the money, I'll PayPal you the money, and we'll send it to you that way. All you gotta do is ask. If you ask, people will help you out.
Absolutely. But if you do nothing and then still complain, nobody listens to you anymore, right? If you give a person advice on what to do and then they still complain, you got to make a change. They say, if you don't like what's going on, you've got to change it. If you don't change it, nothing's going to change. That's the definition of insanity.
If you
do the same thing over and over and expect a different result.
I sent the email. Mommy, I sent the email. I sent it to Dad. Well, why isn't it in your inbox? Mommy, did you check your spam folder? Did the email go to your spam? Did it in your inbox? Well, how come my email got right to your inbox and his or hers didn't?
I don't know. We went to a black hole.
I'm just saying. This stupid thing hasn't uploaded. I wanted to share it with everybody. Oh,
yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. It's all good, ma'am.
2 minutes remaining. It'll have to be a Monday.
Hey, 80s girl.
It's already 4 o'clock. You got a doctor appointment tomorrow.
Mommy's got a memo. And then I'm going to go to the dollar store, and I might do a video there, and I might see if the Mama Ames stuff is there.
Your nautical?
The nautical rope. I hope so. I'm going to go to $2 stores. Mama Ames, if you are listening, I need your good vibes for the nautical rope sent over to me, okay?
And if you're listening, Mama Ames, I still want those dog beanie babies.
M. Hank, hello. But we are going to kick off because Mommy has a doctor's appointment. I gave Chris the number, but maybe Chris fell asleep. But maybe, Chris, you could call in tomorrow, Chris. And Random Guy, get to the doctor, cut the toxic people out of your life, and listen to some relaxing music.
Okay, bye. I'm going to leave the meeting.
Okay, bye. Thanks for coming. Our special guest, Joanne. Thank you for coming, Joanne, our special guest. Okay? Thank you. Granny Schmida was 2. Okay, so we had 2 guests. Granny Schmida, thank you. Tell her thumbs up for Granny Schmida. Yep. Okay. And thank you to everyone that came. Thank you to our moderators. And the moral of the story is cut the toxic. You can't get the exact things Mama Ames, but you okay. You get whatever you can close. I will go and take a video tomorrow and see what I can get. And after my doctor's appointment, because there's $2 stores Dollar Trees I can hit. All righty. Everybody have a good night. Yep, good night and God bless. And be kind. Those are the best words, you go girl. We'll go out with those. Take care, everyone. Oh, should I have to end it here? Hang on. To end my meeting. Cancel. I have to end my meeting.